Experts are calling opiate addiction a crisis, and when a family is struggling with addiction, it's a crisis that can tear them apart.
Hi, I'm Jim Comey. I'm the director of the FBI.
I'm Chuck Rosenberg. I run the Drug Enforcement Administration.
We're talking to you today because we are facing a crisis that is killing far too many people: prescription drug and heroin abuse.
The most urgent task we have is really dealing with the opioid epidemic and its consequences.
Drug overdose, #1 cause of death for the youth since 2011.
The numbers in Gwinnett County are bad and getting worse.
You know, there's all the designer drugs out there. We can't keep up.
We weren't really prepared for the heroin epidemic that's happening and the way opiates affects the brain.
Always Addiction Services has been the red-headed stepchild of behavioral health.
87,800 people struggle with addiction each day, and each one of them directly impacts 4 others, half of which are children. 40% of the total population are affected by addiction, and 100% of the taxpayers are directly affected through increased crime, healthcare costs, and homelessness. Farley and Susan Barge, founders of Navigate Recovery Gwinnett, advocate for changing the way we treat addiction in Gwinnett County, and they have a plan.
Our mission is to serve individuals and families suffering from addiction by connecting them to the support they need and removing barriers that prevent them from getting well. Hi, my name's Susan Barge, and I'm a person in long-term recovery from addiction. I'm also the daughter, sister, and mother of someone who has or is struggling with addiction.
And hello, my name is Farley Barge, and I'm a person in long-term recovery as well, a survivor of addiction, and between the two of us, we have nearly 40 years of recovery experience.
Our next step is to open a Recovery Resource Center. The center will serve as a hub for everything that we do. At the Recovery Center, our trained peer coaches will serve people in crisis face-to-face, connecting them with the help they need. We'll educate families, business leaders, and the faith community. We'll work with law enforcement and educators. We must all become more aware so we can recognize, treat, and prevent addiction. The Recovery Center will offer skills training for people in recovery because we want them to not only survive, but to thrive. The training will include things like career development, finances, healthy relationships, nutrition, physical fitness. We'll also host recovery wellness events. Finally, we'll train more volunteers as addiction peer specialists. We're getting calls every single day from people desperate for help. We need to train more people. We're applying for the Spark Award because we want you to be a part of changing the way we treat addiction in Gwinnett County. We have already started seeking matching funds so that we can quickly ramp up and serve the almost 88,000 people directly affected by this condition in Gwinnett. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video.
And it's time to change the way we treat addiction in Gwinnett.
Studies show that peer-based recovery supports are the most economical and effective help for maintaining long-term recovery from addiction.
Navigate Recovery is a great resource. I wish it was something that I would have had available to me. And to be able to help just one person, and sometimes it may not even be the addict, it might even be the family member. But either way, I can offer support for both ways, and that's why I want to partner with Navigate Recovery.
And Navigate Recovery and organizations, that are like this are essential because it allows someone who's experienced addiction and who's living a recovery life to offer hope.
I'm involved in Navigate Recovery because I was helped by others, and I don't think that recovery is meant to be walked alone.
The resources that they're trying to make available to people is head and shoulders better than what my mom had to go through when I was trying to get sober.
We're partnering with all the stakeholders in our community, changing the way we treat addiction. Gwinnett County is a leader in many areas. Why should addiction treatment be any different?